Hey guys, okay, so today I'm gonna try and give y'all some tips or whatever on how to tone your hair and give you a little, kind of like a crash course on what toners are and what they do. Okay, basically what a toner is, it's like a tint that you use after bleaching to give you a softer, more natural look to the color. Because usually when a person lightens their hair, like bleaches it, the color is either too brassy, too yellowy, something's wrong with it. So you have to tone it down to make it a little more natural looking, or just to get the right shade of blonde that you would like to have. So basically, it's a toner comes in various bases. Violet base usually it gets rid of yellow tones. So if you get a toner that has a violet base, it's gonna get rid of the yellow, so it'll make it more white. Blue bases get rid of orangey and brassy tones. So you would use that if you have if you bleach your hair and it gets to that really goldish brassy look. If you want to tone that down to make it a little more natural, you would use that. And there's some that are blue and violet bases, like the one I will be using today, which is Wella Silver Lady T18. I've talked about this in my last video, and I'm gonna be using that today. I just took a shower. I'm letting my hair dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna go blow dry it so I can start applying the toner. So what else can I tell ya? When you do tone your hair, you should always do it when your hair's dry, because I don't know, I just do it when it's dry. It's so much easier to handle, and it's it's less breakage, because when your hair's wet and you have blonde hair and you're trying to separate these things, where am I? You're trying to go from thing to thing, separating in sections. It's harder when it's wet, because my hair is already very sensitive. It'll break really easily since I have a lot of bleach in my hair, and I do have dark brown hair, so that's why it took forever. Next message. But what was I saying? Yeah, so it's easier when it's dry. So what you're gonna be using is, well, if you're gonna bleach it with Silver Lady, I'm going for that silver look, like the old lady kind of look. I'm tired of this blonde, because it's really hard to maintain it that much, because it's blonde, that bleach platinum blonde. It's harder to keep, because when you use toners like White Lady T18, it's a violet base, so it gets rid of the yellow, but it washes out really quickly, and it comes back to this yellow color really fast. And I like T14 because it lasts a little bit longer, and for me it achieves the color that I like better, which is like a silver gray white. So you're gonna be using this, and then 20 volume. Where is it? 20 volume pure white, or whichever developer you like it, but it has to be 20 volume. 20 volume, what it does, it deposits color in your hair while lightening a little bit. You could also use a 10, because that only deposit, it doesn't lighten your hair anymore. If you don't want to damage your hair any more than it already is, you would use a 10 if you want. And then you will need a brush. You get these at Sally's, and you can go blah, 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 whatever. And then what else do you need? Gloves if you don't want to get messy, but I don't really care. I mean, this isn't stained that bad, unless, yeah, it does on clothes, but on your hands it comes off pretty easy. So I will be doing that. First, I'm gonna go blow dry my hair, and I will come back. Hey guys, okay, so I'm back, and now I'm gonna show y'all how I tone my hair. What I do is, it's pretty dry. I didn't dry it completely. It doesn't really matter. Well, what I do is I use the the brush with the point. And then what I do is I start sectioning off. I'm gonna start right here, like with this side. I don't know how you put it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is start sectioning off from like right here, and then just start applying. What I'm gonna do is make sure the consistency of the toner isn't too watery. It has to be a little goopy, somewhat. That way it'll stick to your hair and tone pretty well. This is what I do. And then make sure to like saturate very well. That way it's like it stays on there. And you're just gonna keep applying to your hair from roots to ends. I mean, I usually put more in the roots because it took a little. It's not as blonde as it is in the rest of my hair. So that's what I do. And you just keep doing those sectionings, like about a quarter inch. Just. And my hair, it's really hard to section hair. If you have longer hair, it's gonna be so much easier because you can just hold it down with clips and stuff. But my hair, since it's like in hair limbo, so it's like not quite long and not quite short. Because if it was shorter, it'd be so much easier. Because I could just have it on there and it would stay. But with mine, it's like a medium length, I guess, and it's like so much harder to keep it in. And it's like, so you're gonna keep doing that all the way around, and then you can do the back. You're gonna do or whatever, and then you're gonna leave it in for 15 minutes. I don't know, 20. I usually leave it in for 30 because I just like the way it looks when it's a little purpley. But if you just want to leave it in to tone it, basically it's like 10-15 minutes at the most. So good luck, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm done putting on all the toner in my hair. As you can tell, it dried. Like when you put it on, you don't be scared that it looks too dark, because usually toners, they develop in like darker tones, and it actually really does look. So just take like, I don't know, 10, 15, or 20 minutes, leave it in. Like, don't start the processing time until after you're completely done putting everything in your hair. But I mean, you don't have to be perfect with it, but just make sure to get it all over your hair, because if not, you will have spots that look retarded. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this in for like 35 minutes, and then I'll be back. Hey, so this is the final result. I left it in for like 35 minutes. I think it was like 30 minutes actually. And after that, I kind of just rinsed it off with like warm water, but not too warm. And then I conditioned, and then blow dried it. And this is what it looks like. I mean, I don't know if you can tell because of the lighting, but I mean, it's pretty gray silver. It's not as yellow. It's not yellow like it was before. So, okay, well, have fun. If you have any questions, leave them down there. Or luck.